if he wins convincingly, does Inoue then have a case for Usyk's #1 pound-for-pound spot?
If he does it in fashion, I think you have to put Inoue #1 at that point. I mean, obviously, especially when you compare Usyk's going to be fighting Rico Verhoeven, right, a kickboxer, so he's not going to be able to really strengthen his resume, even if he blows out Verhoeven. Whereas if Inoue, if he beats Nakatani in fashion, in convincing, I think you have to put him #1, yes.
In any given era, there's sometimes a guy who's clearly #1. And in this era, while I thought it was Terence Crawford, and now it is Usyk, you have people who can make a case for Inoue. And I think that case becomes stronger if there's no Crawford at all. Usyk is 38, and Inoue continues to fight elite competition and looking for bigger challenges in other weight classes even. And Usyk is in kind of the sunset year.
I think Inoue wins the fight, just because he has more experience. He's been in the weight division longer than Nakatani has, so I do favor Inoue, but Nakatani, he does have a chance as well, just because he has that kind of one-punch power.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that could be the big fight in your hometown, right?
Yeah, hopefully. If not, I don't mind going to Japan either. I love going to Japan. I love spending. Yeah, I love spending time there. So.
Oh, so you have traveled there before?
Yeah, I've been there plenty of times, but like I said, either San Antonio or Japan. I don't care where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
Mexican, first fight at 122. So to me, I felt more encouraged going into this fight instead of 11.
Mike Coppinger argues that Nakatani's recent tough outing was not a warning sign, but a necessary test that has mentally and physically toughened him for the grueling challenge of facing Inoue.
That show in December, I didn't come away from it thinking, oh, and Nakatani has no shot now. I came away from it thinking, actually, as opposed to most fans, wow, Nakatani did a great job adjusting to a really tough style in his first fight at 122. He's going to be better off for the experience.
Chris Algieri highlights a fresh dimension of threat, noting that Nakatani's imposing size combined with his versatile, hard-to-read fighting style presents a matchup problem unlike anything Inoue has previously encountered.
Nakatani is the southpaw. He's got a height advantage, reach advantage. He's got a kind of a hybrid style where he brings in some of the Western style into the Japanese style as well.
Malik Scott goes even further, arguing that the odds makers have it all wrong, contending that Nakatani's grueling recent bout against elite competition has transformed him into a far tougher and more seasoned challenger than the champion has ever faced.
I'm really not big on is I just don't see Junto as that big of an underdog. Numbers-wise, he may be, but skill-wise. And you said something else that went to my mind, that both of their last times out, Inoue looked more impressive. But if we're talking about who fought the better opposition, I would say Nakatani fought the tougher.
Nonito Donaire elevates the anticipation further, likening this high-voltage showdown to a present-day Mayweather versus Pacquiao, a historic clash between two forces of pure power and greatness that has the makings of an all-time classic.
And because Nakatani is a tremendous fighter too, tremendous power puncher and all of that stuff. So for me, that's some fight that it has to happen. That's a fight that like a Mayweather Pacquiao when they were young. That's the fight that everybody's gonna be looking forward to, especially from.
Teddy Atlas stops short of picking against Inoue, but can't shake the belief that Nakatani is uniquely equipped to derail the champion's perfect legacy, cautioning that this fight may ultimately go down as the single most dangerous gamble of Inoue's entire career.
Anyone could upset the apple cart. I think it would be Nakatani. I'm not saying he beats Inoue. I ain't going against Inoue, but I'm saying that that's a big risk.
Max Kellerman warns that regardless of Nakatani's elite skill, the terrifying gap in raw explosive ability between the two men may prove impossible to bridge against a near superhuman athlete like Inoue.
And styles make fights. I get it. But in this case, I guess what I'm reacting to is Inoue is what I consider one of these super fighters. His speed, his reflexes, his power. Mike, what's the word I always like to use? The
Twitchies.
Twitchies are different, right? They're elite. And Junto is like as good as it gets for a normally excellent fighter. And so I like Nakatani for that reason, as most fans do, according to the odds.
Tim Bradley shocks the boxing world by backing Nakatani to dethrone the pound-for-pound king, fully convinced that the challenger has exactly the right tools and game plan to finally shatter Inoue's aura of invincibility.
I believe that Nakatani has the possibility or has the ability to beat Naoya Inoue. I'm going to tell y'all right now, this is the guy, this is the one guy that I believe in the lower weight classes has everything it takes to...
Andre Rozier stands unmoved amid all the mounting pressure, remaining fully committed to the champion, and trusting that Inoue's devastating, fight-ending power will once again be the deciding factor when it matters most.
Okay, I thought you would say that.
Roy Jones Jr. declares Inoue the undisputed ruler of boxing, arguing that the only thing standing between the champion and universal recognition is the lack of opponents who can withstand his power, and that this upcoming fight is the perfect stage to prove he exists on a level completely beyond every other fighter alive.
Is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what you want, I know he way over there in Japan or whatever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound for pound number one. He just don't have the competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.
We only seen him against Fulton.
You feel me? So that's all, you feel me? The one that we did have, look what he did to him. So he really number one pound for pound, but because he don't have the opposition.
Bob Arum declares this Tokyo Dome showdown the greatest event in Japanese boxing history, arguing that the combination of elite skill and two perfect records on the line makes it a worldwide spectacle that overshadows every other major fight in the sport today.
The biggest fight, if Inoue keeps winning, matching him with Nakatani in the Tokyo Dome, we could sell out the Tokyo Dome 5 times over. I mean, that's a huge, huge fight.
Rudy Hernandez believes the psychological war is already underway, sensing that Nakatani's presence has gotten deep inside Inoue's head, and that this mental obsession could be the very first crack in the champion's otherwise untouchable armor.
I like the fact that Junto Nakatani keeps living in Inoue's brain. He has him there. He probably dreams about him all the damn time. I go, yeah, I mean, he's talking about him. He's mentioning his name all the time. And
he called him out from the crowd. He was like,
I said, hey, Junto, we're next. And I go, yeah.
Daniel Cormier calls for an all-Japanese clash that settles who truly rules the ring, convinced that the collision of these two explosive, unbeaten powerhouses will produce a seismic event so massive that the entire world will be utterly glued to every moment.
We need to get an all-Japan showdown where you have Naoya Inoue and Junto Nakatani. Both of those guys are co-promoted by Top Rank. I think that'll be an amazing, explosive fight.
Paulie Malignaggi urges patience, believing that allowing the anticipation to fully build will only make the eventual showdown more legendary, as both fighters continue to grow and solidify their status as the most exciting names in boxing today.
We're milking the out of this already, guys. What are we doing over here? We're gonna beat this horse and club the out of it until it's dead. I mean, guys, let's let it marinate and build. True boxing fan loves warriors who will take on anybody, and both for their greatness and also for the entertainment value. These are guys you gotta respect. They're getting better and better. They're more and more fun to watch. Their profile is growing.
Shawn Porter notes that Nakatani's awkward reach and technical polish could be a dangerous equalizer capable of disrupting Inoue in ways no one expects, despite the champion's clear power advantage.
First time in a very long time, you got not just one, but you got two guys that translate very well to us. And we look forward to seeing Nakatani's range, also his style, makes up for what he may possibly be missing in terms of his power equivalency to Inoue's power to Inoue's power.
Chris Algieri is amazed by the Tokyo Dome selling out in record time, seeing it as proof that this fight between two local legends has grown far beyond sport into a full-blown cultural phenomenon that represents boxing at its absolute finest.
Yeah, I'm super jacked up about this fight. I'm not sure why it's not getting the coverage that it deserves. And for them, they don't care. Obviously, they sold.
Over there, it is.
Yeah, they sold 55,000. They don't care. They sold out a month ago. The tickets were gone a month ago. That's crazy. So speaking about UK is a smaller country, so that them selling out or they're getting 5 million views is. Listen, in Japan getting 55,000, that's per capita. That's even crazier. So and especially because they did it so fast. So talk about a boxing culture that's really dialed in, because this fight is as good as it gets in the lighter weights, man. I mean, the fact that we can't go sucks, so we do have to watch it Saturday.
Chris Algieri believes Nakatani's tough outing was actually a blessing in disguise, arguing that the lessons learned and the mental shift from brawler to tactical thinker may be exactly what the challenger needs to drag Inoue into dangerous, uncharted territory.
A guy like Nakatani, I bet you he's an incredible student. You tell him to do something, he's going to do it. And I really think I know Vegas does not agree with me. I think that fight was better for Nakatani to have to go through those many rounds, go through a tough fight, deal with adversity, and then also realize like this 122 is different. I can't just hit these guys and they turn to dust. I have to set things up. I got to be more deceptive, and especially with Inoue, you can't just use your jab as a rangefinder to throw power shots. It's not going to work. You're going to get hurt that way. So I think it was an eye-opening experience for Nakatani. That listen, I gotta make adjustments to be better for Inoue. And
the Inoue versus Nakatani showdown is far more than a title fight. It is a landmark moment where greatness meets evolution on the world's biggest stage. With two unbeaten warriors putting everything on the line at the Tokyo Dome, the entire sport is holding its breath for what could be the defining boxing event of this generation. Share your thoughts on who holds the mental edge, whether Nakatani's recent adversity will help or hurt him, and whether this ends in a tactical decision or a historic knockout.